Hello everyone. Welcome on in. Welcome. What's going on? Monday night. I am all over the place right now. I've literally just got in from a big old roof clean. Literally just got out the shower. I've got about 100 messages on my phone to reply to. And it's hectic. Horrible day. Absolutely awful day. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. But we're here. We still... You know, sometimes these Mondays, there's been so many times on these Mondays where I've been like, I'm not streaming tonight. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. I've had a hard day. They won't miss me for 1 week. You guys complain if I'm a minute late. So I thought I've got to make the effort. Mitch, thank you, mate. I did just listen to your voice notes. I haven't had a chance to reply, but I appreciate the support, and I will pick your brain on that Slate job, if that's okay. You'll have to let me know. If you're around tonight, feel free to hop in, because I'd like to chat to you about it, so just let me know. Alex, welcome, mate. Bee's knees, you okay? Ismail Cartout. Is that how you say that? I commented on your Discord about my first time pressure washing. Any advice? Yes. Yeah, we'll pull that up in just a sec. I did spot that. I did. Got some cool revelations tonight. Got some cool stuff to talk about. A little minor, medium-sized announcement. This microphone's in the way all the time, isn't it? Because you can't see my pretty face if it's like this, can you? Daz, welcome. Fresh Rinse, welcome. Luke, welcome. Hello, everyone. Guess what happened to me today? It wasn't even me. It was Kieran. Kieran got stuck on the cherry picker. The cherry picker broke with Kieran. Luckily, he was only on the first story, just above the garage. So I managed to get a ladder up to him. And he managed to climb out onto the roof and down, but it wasn't good. We've basically, sorry about that. Excuse me. Why can't I turn my volume down? We've basically, that is strange. We hired this cherry picker. It's a spider lift. Hired it recently. You know, if anyone knows what a spider lift does, it obviously does all the articulation where it's like sort of like that. At the top here, you've got like an extendable boom, like it comes out like this, and all the hydraulic hoses and stuff are like on a rail. So when it extends out, the hydraulic hoses sort of fold in and go. Oh, that's actually a very good visualization. Well done, Jake. Thank you, everyone. So when it does that, the tracks and the plastic tracks and all the stuff up here has bust. And it's all held together with like cable ties and stuff. It's not good. It's been precarious for a long time. But it's worked. We've had no issues with it. The last roof clean that we did, I got stuck up there. I got stuck. It was almost at full stretch, and Kieran. So the top bit was almost at full stretch, but the bottom bit, luckily, was still down on the cherry picker. The way it sort of, you know what I mean. So Kieran had to climb up and guide all these hydraulic hoses back through this like metal rail where they all feed through to stop them snagging because they were all bunching up on the back. I've got a video, but I don't really want to show it. And so basically, Kieran had to bring it all back through, and I rang the people. I said, like, this isn't safe. It needs a good service. It needs a lot of parts replacing because it looks like it's been held together by tape at the minute. And we had the same one back. We booked a different one today, a slightly smaller. It's a HR12. It's not a HR15. Different cherry picker. And apparently, the last guy that rented it didn't give it back in time. So they were panicking, thinking, oh, Jake needs it for Monday. We haven't got the other one back in time. we're going to have to make this one work. So they've done their best to fix it, and it was still no good, basically. But this time something sheared. I think one of the main power cables that goes up to the top, goes up to the basket. It had like split when it was coming out. It was like going around the metal bit and it split, and so it cut all power to the basket at the top. So Kieran was just stuck there. We couldn't, like, struggling for ages to start the engine from the bottom to try and bring it down manually. Couldn't do that. Then when we did finally start the engine, we couldn't turn the engine off. Wasn't turning off, just wasn't. We were doing everything as per you're supposed to, and the engine wouldn't turn off, so I had to take the side panel off. Kieran was trying to choke the engine out by putting his hand over the air filter, and that didn't work. It almost worked, but it didn't. And then we found like a on-off dead switch on the side of the engine. That worked. And so it was stuck. It was stuck there. So I was using a tower on the back, and Kieran was using the cherry picker on the front. And we had to. The guy came out from the higher place and managed to get it down for us somehow. It didn't even have, if anyone's used a cherry picker before, it's supposed to have like a bar, like a threaded bar, where you can pump the hydraulics on the certain sections to bring it back down manually without any power. You don't need power, you can just sort of pump it down and it comes down. It's like a safety thing. That bar was missing. The bar wasn't even there, so we couldn't even bring it down manually. So luckily we managed to relieve the pressure from this cable that had been stretched so tight that it had kind of sheared. We managed to relieve the pressure from that, start the engine again, and it did manage to come back down again. But I think we lost about an hour and a half today from that. And on a roof clean, the last thing you want to do is lose time, because it's such a terrible. It's a very difficult job anyway, but then when you add in like malfunctions and difficulties, we had to go over to the neighbour's side and like clean all the neighbours' windows and all down the side of their alley where it's flooding. It was just like, we had a new lad start with us today, our mate Hugo, and he's brilliant. But I said, Hugo, like, this is your first day today, and this is not usually how it happens. It doesn't normally go like this. We didn't get home till gone 6 o'clock. I said it's not normally like this. We're normally done by like 3 o'clock. So it was a horrible one. Sounds like you need to hire it from somewhere different. I mean, their other machine is wonderful. This one is just well overdue a service. Darren, welcome. I did see your message. I haven't read it yet. I'll read that in just a second. Sorry, mate. I've got like 10 messages I need to respond. I think Moja are chasing me as well for a video. I need to have a look at that. What have I missed? Evening, how are we? Tintin's welcome. Today is one of them days for me. Pressure washing a job, zero drainage, and now my pressure washer's broken. Oh my god. What are these songs? We need to change this playlist very, very quickly. Let's get into it in just a second. I've got some cool news to share with you. That's more like it. Don't it have the override at the base? It didn't. It didn't have the bar. Alex Powell. Is that Alex? So, yeah. Is Alex Powell from Falcon? No?
Don't think so.
Strange comment there from Alex Powell. Talking about Kieran, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you.
Wally.
Thank you so much.
What?
You're looking extremely pregnant there with that top on. Come and show them. Come and show them the baby. Look at that. Oh, sorry. Probably shouldn't do that, should I?
Come on, give Daddy his drink.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, get up.
She's been drinking it
Hey,
up the stairs.
stop. Thank you so much.
You need you, baby.
I might turn off if you're getting Mitch on. Oh no. I've got until around 8. Got until around 8 if you want me to hop on regarding the slate. Yes, please, if you've got time. Not talking about roof cleaning. Oh, I bet that hurt. Elliot, welcome. Onyx, what's up, pressure washer nerds? We're back. we stayed up till Matt. What was it, about 1:30 on Wednesday night in the Discord on a video call talking about pressure washing? It's so sad.
Do they know what happened the next day?
No.
It was Thursday, wasn't it? Because you were.
Oh, it's Thursday night. Yeah. The next day, I threw up in a bucket at the customer's house
Because
I had too many beers.
Oh my god.
You don't think it was that. You think it was some sort of food poisoning or something, but I think it was the beers.
no, well,
Oh my god.
You didn't get off till 2:15. Oh my god.
you're just not usually sick after 4 beers.
No.
Oh my.
But like you saying it, you explained it as if you had a hangover. So
I definitely had a hangover.
Oh, Baba.
Let's have a look. We'll get Mitch in just a sec if he's got a minute. And I've just got to pull up.
Good night, Daddy.
I love you. Love you so much.
She's gonna run. She's just. Come on then. Go.
I love you a lot.
Love you what?
She's like this. All of a sudden came over.
I know you said
Oh no.
I know you said what?
You know what I said, bruh?
Is it in photos? Where is it? Thank you for my coffee, Soph. Where was it? Oh, newbie questions. Here it is. So, Ishi would like some feedback on his first job, which we are very happy to do. So this is Mitch. If you've got a minute, mate, we'll get you on in just a sec, if that's okay. Mitch is going to help me with the slate job that I posted on YouTube earlier today. Before and afters from my first time pressure washing. Tarmac went pretty well. The ends still have moss, as I was scared to use a 25-degree nozzle to go around the edges. Didn't want to leave any marks. Okay. So, are we talking about the sides? These bits here, maybe? So what I tend to do is... Oh, it's your house for practice. Okay. I mean, this is crazy, isn't it? For your first pressure washing job. That's pretty... For best results, you'd have wanted to get some very strong weed killer on all this first, because this will be back in no time. I promise you. Give it like 2 weeks, this will all be back. Just to let you know. But it's your own house, so it's fine. Something is not quite... Oh, I got it. The keyboard was stuck. Got it. Nice. My volume was like really loud in my headphones. So, a few things. Ishi, your tarmac is very worn. There's lots of cracks. If someone approached me to say, can you pressure wash this? I would probably say I would save your money and put it towards a new path or a new driveway, because that is that's getting to the point where it's so... There's barely any like resin left in the... Is it resin or bitumen, or there's barely any of the good stuff, the wet stuff, left in the tarmac, and it's just all sort of stones, and it's very pitted, very porous, very pory. You've got big weeds coming out the edge there, and so anytime there's a big weed like this, you'll be left with a hole. So that you'll have a big hole across here, you'll have a hole there, and you'll have a hole there, because the weeds, all the roots from the weeds, eat into the tarmac. And even if you don't pressure wash it, if you just pull those out by hand, you'll be left with a hole. So you need to like inform the customer beforehand See all these weeds around the edge. Everywhere there's a weed, you're gonna be left with a hole in the tarmac. So I didn't do that. I'm just letting you know that's what happens. So again, I'd have gone around with a strong weed killer as well on these bits. So as you can see here, oh, where have we gone? Where have we gone? As you can see here, there's a bit of a hole on that side. I think he took the picture from a little bit closer there. So, oh no, okay. So that's actually not too bad. But this side, you've got a huge crack. It looks like there's a root under here because it's slightly raised. And you're left with loads of holes over there. There's a couple of holes over here. But all in all, you've done a cracking job. For your first one, there's a hell of a lot of moss there. I bet that turned into sludge straight away, didn't it? This is a tough job for a flat surface cleaner, to be fair. I bet you've had to do multiple passes with the flat surface cleaner to get all that moss up. If you didn't scrape it already, it was horrible. Yeah, I can imagine. Sometimes we'll scrape this first, or what did I do before? So I had a really mossy tarmac job recently, and I got a shovel. Like, it was the tarmac was in much better condition with this than this. It was a lot smoother, so I managed to just run the shovel over the top of it and get rid of the big chunky bits of moss, and then I give it a light pressure wash. The edges, I don't know if you've got a turbo yet, but we found a light turbo around the edges really works well on tarmac to get rid of the moss and stuff. So I don't think I've ever used a fan jet on tarmac, like on your lance, just like a single fan jet. I've used it to rinse tarmac. I've never used it to clean tarmac, so I'm always worried about leaving streaks. But with the turbo, if you back away a little bit and pull the turbo further away than you normally would, or turn the pressure down and just give it a light, keep it moving and just give it a light tickle with the turbo, it's really good at clearing moss, and it's really good at moving all that debris away as well. So it keeps sometimes we'll use a turbo for rinsing very coarse grainy tarmac like this as well, because we found that a turbo sometimes rinses like a rough surface much more effectively than a fan nozzle does. So that's something to keep in mind. But I think you've done a cracking effort, mate. That's oh, you got a couple of holes in the middle there as well. Cracking effort. And considering how poor the condition of the tarmac is, I think you've done the best that you could have done. Like, look at, you had a huge bush on this one side, and you've oh my god, that was block paving. No way. That looks just like a plant border, doesn't it? It looks like a dirt plant border, but there's block paving underneath that. I think you've done a cracking job there. Again, where all those weeds were, you're left with these big massive holes. Was trying to do a circular motion with the surface cleaner, but it felt very uncomfortable as it was one-handed. Oh, so you've got a little surface cleaner on the end of your lance. Yeah, that would be difficult to do, like a figure of 8 circular motion. I can see what you mean. Couple of weeds left on the side there. Again, it's difficult with tarmac to know when to stop. You can either make a good effort to like clear all the weeds and all the moss and stuff, but if you use too much pressure, you can end up with loads of holes. And so I'll say that to the customer. It's like a fine line between getting it as clean as we can and not destroying it at the same time. Yeah, you've done a great job there, mate. It's absolutely fine. You said about the white marks and these big marks here. The plant pots over here, the plant pots aren't there anymore. But were they metal by any chance? So you mentioned about these rings. I'm assuming they were big metal plant pots, because it looks like they've left some rust marks. Because I think you said you've treated it with hypo. Can't remember. Maybe you haven't treated it with hypo. I can't remember. Absolutely fine job, mate. You've done a fine job. Only been in the property a year. Yeah. You could get that off with some like smelly gel, or smelly gel from Pure Seal, or some rust remover from Smart Seal. Just dab it on, leave it for a bit and rinse it off, and that should come out fine. But I wouldn't even bother personally. If it was a customer's property, I might consider it. But all those white marks due to my bad hypo. No, not unless you didn't rinse it. Potentially, if you left the hypo on and you didn't rinse it, you might be left with some like white, like calcium style, like salt residue. But no, I don't think so. No. Right then. Where's Mitch? Ready when you are. Boom. Oh no, I can't use that camera. No, 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 wait. Testing. Sophie Joe? Sophie? Can I be a pest? Actually, it doesn't matter.
What?
No, it doesn't matter.
You just tell me now. I'm here.
Would you be able to get my bag out my boot, please? Because it's got my little camera in it, so Mitch can see me.
I've just got in my PJs.
They're lovely pajamas.
Thanks.
Don't worry.
Why don't you go get it?
Well, Mitch won't be able to see me. That's all, and
Why don't you go get
it'll
it?
be your fault
Why don't you go get it?
because I'm busy. I'm so busy. Everything's so busy at the moment. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Promise.
I can, but it's really annoying.
Webcam utility.
I'm not happy about it. Okay?
Thank you. I'll start a voice call for now. Do. Evening, Clive. Welcome. Mitch.
Hello, testing.
Test.
Evening, Clive. Welcome.
Oh God, I can hear myself. Can you hear me?
Mitch.
Testing. Hello, testing.
Test.
Evening, Clive. Welcome.
Oh God, I can hear myself. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Mitch.
I can hear you.
Hello, testing.
Hang on. You're gonna have to mute the stream.
There's a significant
Can you hear me?
delay.
Can you mute my stream? Hang on. You're gonna have to mute the stream.
There's a significant
Can you hear me?
delay.
Can you mute my stream?
Yeah.
Hang on. You're gonna have to mute the stream.
There's a significant delay.
Can you mute? Hey,
Is that better?
that's loads better. Can you hear me through here now or not? You can't, can you? Give me just a second. I need to play with this. Push to talk. No. Mitch, just give me just a second, mate. I'm just waiting for Soap to come back with the camera and then I'll be able to use that microphone. Did you just ask your pregnant wife who just got in her pyjamas to go downstairs, open the boot of the Jag and get the camera for you? I did. I was using the black attachment on the Project. Would you recommend only using one?
Testing. Hello.
I can hear you, mate. You can't hear me at the
Got
minute.
nothing from you, Jake, if you can hear me.
2.6. Sorry, Mike. What do you mean black bits? I was using the black attachment on the Project. Would you recommend only using one? Oh. You were using the Project on an area that big. I would personally just use a little pump sprayer on a small area like that. Because that's a lot of faff and hassle for such a small area. You know what I mean? Sausage, Rich, welcome. You okay, mate? Here she comes, stumbling up the stairs. My pregnant wife. Oh, you got me some pudding as well. Thank you.
Not both of them, though.
Oh.
Just
Thank
that.
you so much. Appreciate you.
Not again.
Never again.
Not again.
Appreciate you, Soph. Appreciate you. I know. Right, Mitch, I'm coming. This is such a professional operation, isn't it? Can we see this soft washing setup? It's not quite ready, although I can show you some bits that I've got. I've just taken delivery of my non-return valves. I've got them right here with me if you'd like to have a little sticky beak. Webcam. That's good. Right. We might be in business. Turn on. Right. Oh, stop.
I've got video now, Jake. No audio.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
There we are.
I'm so
Any
sorry.
latency? Are we good?
We're absolutely fine, mate. You're crystal clear. It's all me. It's all me.
Excellent, mate.
Have you got your video, or you're not gonna? You're not.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Hello. I'm all right, mate. How you doing?
Oh, I've been better. It's been a
I think
horrible day.
congratulations are in order as well. Congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
How many weeks?
So, how many weeks? 21. 21.
21. I've got my first one on the way. She's 16 weeks.
Oh, nice. Congrats. Well done.
Thanks. Baby
We're,
boy
Craig-
found out Saturday.
Oh, nice. Really?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
amazing. Craig's having a baby as well.
Is he? I thought he's already got a couple.
He has. He's probably got like 9 by now.
Busy boy.
Yeah, I was going to say I've had an awful day. How have you? Have you had a good day?
Fairly steady. Little patio this morning. Quote in between, and went to bed a few slabs for a project later this
I
week.
thought you were going to say I went to bed halfway through the day.
Yeah, well, felt like it. Dan will tell you, I don't work full days.
Oh, really?
Comes 1 o'clock, and I'm looking to knock off.
That's what we like. That's what we like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check,
Talk to me about some slate then.
well, check these out first. Look, I've got these little new non-return valves for our new soft washing setup.
I'm very
And,
interested in this soft
oh, yeah.
wash setup. You're keeping it very obscure at the minute, if that's the right word to use.
Works well. These are on Temu. Waited about a week and a half for these.
You get some good stuff on there. I need to ask you as well how you've got your low pressure lance set up with the backpack. I noticed it in the video earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I need some of that. You know, it looks like hose lock. You've got some hose lock stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all a little bit complicated because when I went to CleanLink, he's fitted us with some rectum fittings.
Yeah.
That seems like they might be the wrong word.
Rectus. I think.
Rectus.
Rectum.
It was one of them. I knew it was one of them. So he's fitted us with them. So I've had to go from like rectus to hose lock, or hose lock
Okay.
to rectus to hose lock. So it's all a little bit weird on our end, but it's literally just
Looks like something Tom's put together actually, because he likes to give you something, I don't know, maybe that long off the end of the gun,
Yeah.
that can be sort of adapted to whatever you've got over the other side.
yeah. So
That's
he
definitely
he didn't do the gun, so I've adapted that bit. Me and Kieran have adapted that bit. So let me just pull it up on the stream so that other people can see what we're talking about. So we've gone from the soft wash lance to a half-inch barb, and then that just goes straight into a hose, like a little mini stubby hose, and then oh, you'll be glad to know I've got YouTube Premium now.
Can't believe it.
Yeah.
How's life with no ads?
I just feel-
I had a gap between where I was premium for a bit. I was doing some questionable things with VPNs and getting it for really cheap, and then I got found out, and then I went back to non-premium, and life was misery. And then I just thought, forget it, I'm going to just buy it. So yeah, I'm paying full fat for it, but I'll never look back.
Yeah,
It's,
it's changed my life a little bit. The YouTube is the only thing I watch. I don't watch terrestrial TV or anything. So, I can't make that any bigger. That's what she said. There's a barb, half-inch barb, and then it's just literally like a clear hose.
Am I
that
looking
go-
somewhere? Should I
Oh,
be seeing something?
Can you see the stream?
Yeah, let me go. Oh, there we are. Yeah.
And then it goes into just, it's a half-inch hose, so it's just like a normal hose, normal garden hose, and then into like a half-inch hose lock thing.
Yeah.
And then we've got a 50-meter very particular hose from Screwfix, which I'll pull up now. And the reason I got this one from Screwfix was because it said something about some strange technology which I hadn't heard of before. So NTS, have you heard of an NTS hose?
No, can't say I have.
So it's a 50 meter heavy braided hose, and apparently the NTS technology means that it doesn't kink and it doesn't twist. I don't
Sounds
know.
like the hose I got from. I mean, I've had this hose right from the start, like over 2 years. It sounds like the hose I got from something irrigation. Some
Yeah, water irrigation systems or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been solid. It doesn't kink, so yeah, must be the same.
No torsion
Please,
system
no.
hose are a premium garden industrial hose designed with a special knitted double mesh reinforcement. So no idea whether this is suitable for chemicals or not, but that's the hose that we've gone for. The
Well,
issue,
I'd be if that fails, I'd be looking at like a Flexzilla. Flexzilla will kink, but it's much lighter and moves around much
Okay.
easier. That's what I've got on the Chapin 1940 whatever it is
Okay.
for sealing. Got like a 10-foot Flexzilla hose, which is just really light. Just whips around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
is that what you're putting? Oh, because you were working on one of them bucket setups, wasn't you? And then you switched to
Yeah,
Chapin.
I kind of got halfway through that and not given up. Just paused. Tempted to just buy one from is it Nano
Yeti.
Seal?
Oh, there's one-
get it imported, but it's going to
Right.
cost about as much as the bucket itself to bring it over. So
Yeah. So with this hose, I don't know if it's good for chemicals or not yet. We haven't really tested it other than Biocide. And then that's just going into like a Klaber fitting on the backpack. So it's got like a little hose lock doubler. Loads of different fittings just wedged together to try and make it work. But this is just... And also you'll see that I've got the backpack plugged in because I think the battery's dying because it just doesn't hold charge.
Oh, yeah, no, it's,
Can't tell if it's the pump or the battery, but we've got to keep it plugged in whenever we want to use it now, which is a pain in the arse, but it works.
I'm most interested in the fitting that's coming out of the bottom of that gun to connect to the hose.
So that is literally just a half-inch BSP barb.
Oh, so it's just Jubilee clipped on.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we went for plastic ones. We found some in a local hose shop. They're actually quite hard to find,
Yeah.
but we found some in a
They
local
are.
hose shop. And we went for plastic because brass is just going to corrode. I think stainless steel, I don't think you can really there are stainless steel ones, but they're quite expensive and they're quite difficult. Like that one's £9 delivery just for that one. So yeah,
Plastic will do.
Yeah.
You know, they're so cheap that you can just replace them, and you don't even need to do that very often.
yeah.
The flow's good as well. I noticed the flow's really good. That backpack, those cheap backpacks, they're like triple the flow of the Gardener. It's crazy.
It was 3.4 litres per minute, I think it is, or 3.2, can't remember. But our new soft washing setup, which you haven't seen yet, no one's seen it yet because it's a secret. That is 8.2 litres per minute, so it's going to pump out a lot of product, hopefully.
Is it motorized? Is there a motor behind it?
Big old soft wash chemical pump.
Okay.
But the reason we had to put that, 12 volt,
What
yeah.
is it? 12 volt, yeah.
The reason we had to put that big hose on, because we did have like a long 100 meter 6 mil orange hose that CleanLink originally put on for me, and we couldn't get the flow through it. There's too much restriction and it's too thin,
Yeah.
and so we just couldn't get the flow. So we had to go for like a normal garden hose, and now we've got all the flow we need.
Yeah. That's awesome. I look forward to seeing that announced.
Yeah.
To get something put together like that. But I'm thinking about maybe next year, like, or far distant future. There's guys with like Honda GX2 190s, 200, something of that caliber, running their software. We know all the Americans that wash the houses and the roofs, and they've got those water boss guns that put the chemicals out. Looking at something like that for maybe next year, the year after. So I think that's yet to hit this country. I think it's super popular in America. Of course, the industry is so well refined out there, but there's not too many people that I'm seeing, at least, with dedicated soft wash rigs
No,
that can put it out at length. You know,
I think
What-
Nyclean are doing it. They've got some good soft washing machines, and I think there's Honda GX 160s with like some of these soft washing pumps as well. They're like 40 liters a minute. Like I don't know why, but they're obviously much lower pressure, but they're higher flow.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's a massive gap for it over here, especially Australia, America. It's been around for donkey's years, but yeah, I think the guys are starting to cotton on now.
Yeah,
I'm seeing Rutland Pumps make some. I'm sure Daz PWS is looking at it. Nyclean.
Mhm.
Yeah, hopes and dreams at the minute for me. But
Be
when
very-
are you dropping
I don't know.
the announcement?
When these are fitted, it should be ready because the issue that we had was basically it can pull from 3 different tanks right now. We've got obviously the big pressure washing tank, 650 litres, and I've got 2 smaller 60 litre tanks. One's for hypo, one's for biocide, and I've just been testing them with water. And the system works really well. It can pull from any tank. I'm happy with that. But what happens is when you've got like all the tanks open, it can like pull from the main pressure washing tank, and then when you turn the pump off, that water will go back into one of the other tanks. Like it'll fall back down the hose.
It's not going in diluted. Your hypo's not going in diluted. It's pulling it out neat. Or is
yeah.
it going in
We're gonna.
mixed?
You're looking for clues now, aren't you? You cheeky.
Have you got a dial set up that you can, ratios and all of that?
Yeah.
I'm getting it out of you. I'm doing it. Come on.
It's not perfect. It's not perfect yet. We want like proper chemical like regulators on there, but everything that we found is just too small, and then the other stuff that's big enough is just really expensive, and I need 3 of them. So we're doing a Smelty special on it and doing a bit of DIY bodgery,
Okay.
but it's working quite well.
But as long as it don't end up like the ladders on the back of the van, we'll be all right. I think we'll all be all right.
How dare you bring that up?
Hey, they work. Hey, look, they work. All right. Anyway, talk to me about Slate. When was that? Tell me when that was.
So for those of you that don't know, I posted this video on YouTube today regarding this Slate patio that we've been cleaning. We've repointed it with Nexus Titan. So if you haven't already seen the video, go and have a little sticky beak, because I think it's quite a good one. My first video back after having a bit of a break for a while. And the issue we had, it all looked great on the day. I was quite happy with the result on the day. But the issue we had when we came back to it, I'm glad I drove back past it, because the customer was away and I thought, we were coming past and I thought, I'm going to nip in and just check that everything's set okay. And when we did, that's not the patio. This is what we found. So you could see footprints on it in the resin, and then it's hard to see from this angle, but that whole thing there it's all like white. It's all gone white and cloudy over the top, and I've seen this happen before. Someone messaged me about Titan earlier in the week saying it's the whole Indian sandstone patio is glazed over white. They've tried some epoxy remover and it hasn't worked. They've done
I think I know the same guy. I think he was in Cedars Group.
Oh really?
On the pressure washing pages, yeah.
But
that's ended up. Well, I think he went back when it was raining.
right.
And that's good.
Right, okay. So this is the Eco Protect residue remover that I've ordered. So I have ordered 3 of these. So I'm hoping that's enough to cover. This lad said that he did 10 meters squared with only about 1 litre, which I find it hard to believe. But if that's the case, I've ordered 15 litres, and I'm trying to do that whole patio, and hopefully I don't have to spend any more on it.
What's the size?
I'll have to bring the quote up. I can't quite remember. It must have been about 60 to 70 square, about 75 square meters, I reckon it was. But you can see
I
it's
think, I
sort
think
of,
it'll be okay. That's 3 tubs, right? That's
Yeah.
5 litres a tub. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it'll be right.
So pretty disappointed with it. We put a lot of hard work and effort into that one, and obviously cost a lot of money and multiple stages of the process. It's like very heartbreaking to get all the way to the end and for it to just fail at the last hurdle, because everything else went really well. But and then Mitch has sent me a voice note tonight saying, reminding me of a job that he did a while ago, exactly the same sort of patio. Was it another slate patio?
Slate, yeah, Welsh slate apparently, to be precise.
Can I pull that? I can pull our chat up, can't I? You sent me some pictures earlier.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
that's
seems to be happening more so this year with the hazing. I don't know whether it was because I weren't paying as much attention last year or the year before, but because it's happened to me now, I don't know. I'm seeing more of it.
I have had
weird, it's like
a lot of people have got in touch this year asking me how to rectify it.
But the weather's been also really choppy, hasn't it? So it kind of there's heat, which extends the curing time, and then there's rain while it's in its extended period of curing. It's just like recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Are those your legs in that picture?
No, they're the customers.
I was going to say, he's got some legs on it.
He commented on the calves on him
Jesus.
in a group chat a few days ago. He asked me whether it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So is this
He's not.
patio here? Is that the one we did in the video, or is that yours?
No, that's the one that me and Dan did.
Oh my God,
so
it looks identical.
A little bit of a backstory. This was my first Titan experience, right? And Dan, you were supposed to guide me, you were supposed to nurture me, and all you've given me is emotional damage. I'm joking. Yeah, first Titan experience. Slate patio. Went in a dream. We left. We were really happy. We left, and it was looking exactly like yours was.
Oh,
There was like a nice glaze over the slabs. Joints were fine. Everything went to plan. About a week goes by, maybe a bit sooner, and I'm driving. I get this message from customer, pops up, and I see a photo. It drops down from the top, and I was immediately like, shit, can I swear? I was immediately like, shit.
Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that.
So I pulled over, I had a look, and my arse just fell out. So straight away, I dropped everything. I just went straight over. I got in touch with Dan, told him what happened, and Dan was straight onto Nexus. Fair play to Dan. I think he might have rang them or emailed them, and they themselves said, "Look, try this product." Whether or not they knew it'd work, hopefully, but they said, "Yeah, give this a go." Bought a tub. It's only 30 square meters. Bought a tub, and went straight back when the tub arrived. Me and Dan both went, actually. It was on a Saturday, and it was pissing it down. And I think at the time, what we didn't do as well was shake the bottle. So the bottle comes, give it a good shake, because it sort of separates on the shelf. You get it like watery, and it's all like gloopy. So give it a good shake, and then it's all consistent. Well, I didn't do that. And looking at the consistency of when it was going down, so we sort of spread it all around, and I can't remember whether we just like lanced it off or what. But anyway, we couldn't tell whether it worked because it was wet, and it was kind of a non-starter. So we just sort of packed up, gave up, and said we'll come back on a dry day. I think Dan was busy with other stuff. I went back on my own. Same tub. I might have ordered another tub because we'd sort of wasted half a tub. Again, started raining halfway through, so I'd reduced it, but I again couldn't tell because I wanted to wait around for it to dry.
So that first one, after you went back after the first treatment, did you see any improvement?
We couldn't tell on the day
because it was wet.
Then I get another message from the customer like, yeah, basically it's not worked, still the same. I said, okay, no worries. Planned in another visit, I think another Saturday because it was middle of summer, busy, and again, rained on me. Dan wasn't there. Rained on me again. Halfway through the day started. I saw that it was reducing, and then it started raining. I thought, right, pack up. go again. So I was exercising a lot of patience here. I was flapping at the same time, thinking, shit, I need to lift this. Anyway, third visit, dry, no rain forecast, and it stayed dry. And what I did was obviously shake the tub. I painted it on with the roller all over, very very liberally.
What sort of roller have you got? Like a little mini roller, or are you using like a big tray, or what?
No, well, I put it in a tray and I used one of those Smart Seal poly rollers. Used one of those, lathered it on. I thought, there's no chance. This is the third visit. I was like, at this point, like, right, this is it. I thought, there's no chance I'm not lifting this now. I think I had Dan on the phone with me the whole time, like, how's it going, all this. Yeah, so what I did was painted it all on. I bought one of these, I don't know what they're called. Let me go and get it.
You can't do it in the wet, it stops the process. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Yeah, knowing me, I would have just done it anyway. Late join tonight, lads. Up to my eyeballs in work. Quotes, how's things going for everyone else? Anthony, welcome. Oh, that's like a spongy.
Yeah, it's on a big pole, and it's got like it's like a lino cleaner, if you like, floor cleaner. One of them sponges on the end, and then agitated it all, roughed it all up.
With that?
And then just with that, yeah. You can use like a stiff bristle brush as well. You just need to get it moving, like get it off the slate. And then I just got the pan on it. I got the flat surface cleaner on it. Just went crazy on that, dialed up the pressure. It won't even touch, this stuff won't even do anything to the joints. You don't have to worry about that. It will just take that film off the top. So yeah, just went crazy with the surface cleaner. Multiple passes, all directions, circles, figure of eights, you name it, backflips. And started watching it dry, hoping and praying, and it worked. That's all I can say, really.
Oh, amazing.
But that was after 3 visits. So
Yeah.
I was at this point like, man, this could cost me a little bit. I thought, I'm running out of options here.
Do you think the agitation was necessary, or do you think the surface cleaner would have done a fine job in pulling it off?
I think you'd be okay without agitation, but you might only reduce it. You might have to reapply. And this might, I must add as well that you might need to do that a couple of times on the day. You can go I'd go heavy on the first coat.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably just keep going a little bit lighter. You've got 3 tubs of 5 litre, and I think this tub definitely went, probably a tub and a half, went 30 square meters easily. Still got half of it in the garage.
Okay.
So I think you're in for products in terms of how much you've got. That's it, literally. It works. You've just got to catch it on a dry day. You can't get rained on because it will water the product down. That's it. I won't be doing it. I won't be using Titan with slate again anytime soon. I said that in my voice note, didn't I? I just think the way that slate is, something tells me that slate is so dense, and even in perfect conditions, you've wet it before. Maybe it retains moisture more than other stone does, and maybe that would come up anyway. I don't know. I'd love to see someone that's used Titan on slate with great success without those issues.
Yeah.
Someone's probably done it. I'm not going to risk that again. It's going to be brushing.
I reckon the issue is that it's so dense. Other stones absorb a lot of that epoxy, and it like enhances the colour of the slab. Like when I've done it on Indian sandstone and stuff, it makes the colours of the slab look like they've been sealed, and occasionally there's a little bit of haze left over, but like I'm not worried about it because I think it looks good. But with this, I think
if the water gets to it. It's the problem.
If the water gets to it. Oh,
if the water gets to it while it's curing, I think is where people fall short, where we fell short. I don't think I mentioned as well that while we were applying it, it was like we was in the middle of a heat wave. So a bit like you, we started seeing it get a bit tacky and we were moving a bit quicker. Fine, got it done, but then the customers' grandkids were out with water balloons and stuff the next day. Perhaps a little bit of an oversight from me. I should have said, look, keep no water. I think he was watering his plants as well. So the area had just been completely saturated. And perhaps, like I say, an oversight. I should have known. didn't charge him a penny for any of the visits or the product, because how can you?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that either. Darren says Nexus pre-grout sealer is the shizzle. I don't think I'll be doing another Titan repoint without it.
Yeah, I want to try it.
Matt's,
try that.
Matt's been bigging up the pre-grout sealer. What impact does that have? Because I've sealed Indian sandstone with acrylic seal from Pure Seal before, and then put the Nexus over the top on another dry day a couple of days later, and I don't think I saw a significant difference. It's a water-based sealer, and I don't think it really changed the job at all. So what does a pre-grout sealer do if it doesn't? You know,
I'm sure I've spoke with Matt about this, and I think it's designed as just a temporary barrier, if I'm not mistaken. It helps the Titan. It must get into the pores of the stone. Helps the Titan glide over. Gives you an easier time on the squeegee, is my guess. And then when it's in and brushed off, it just weathers away naturally. I think that's what it's designed to do. Might be wrong.
Right. Okay. Matt, can you confirm? Does Mitch have the right end of the stick with that pre-grout sealer? He said the message would be too long for the YouTube chat, but Shay from Nyclean is in the building. Welcome, Shay. How you doing? Just talking about your soft washing setups.
When are you going back to this patio, Jacob? Or when did you do it? Because I don't know how long you know, between job done, editing, release. When was this patio
We
done?
finished it on Tuesday, I think, and then we went back on Wednesday or Thursday to have a look at it. And the customer's not panicking. The customer's away again at the minute, so we've just actually done her daughter's roof today, and they're lovely people, like, and it's the first.
The haze doesn't look as bad as what I had.
No, yours look really bad compared to ours.
Yeah,
to be fair,
it was thick.
I'm avoiding all sealing now with Titan. I'm avoiding all sealing with Titan now. Sealing will be done following year going forward. No chance of bloom either, Matt says.
I'm the same with sealing natural stone, because I've just seen, you know, I think Dan had an issue with acrylic seal a few months ago. No, last year, and it you know, it came to light a few months ago. It's film forming sealers with natural stone. It leaves no room for water to get up and out. I think for me personally, going forward, I'm going to be looking towards impregnating sealers, breathable impregnating sealers. You know, like all those samples that came away from Nigel at the Smart in him. I've still got them all on the shelf. I'm going to put, when the weather's good, I'm going to put a bit on sample Indian sandstone, see what happens.
So can
Won't
you?
get anywhere near a good finish, but it's, you know that it's sealed. The water will just bead off it like it's supposed to, and it breathes.
Can you explain the difference? Like, are these water based or are they solvent based or like?
My understanding is that the likes of acrylic seal, Smart Seal, Eco water based sealer, they're film forming, so they create a film over the stone, whereas there's other sealers out there that are impregnating, that get into the pores of the stone and instead allow water to come up and out, and there's virtually no risk of blooming or anything surrounding that. It is my limited understanding. Not had a chance yet this year to try that because I don't know coverage. I'm not too sure on application. I'm just going to really start small with it, find the right project, little 10 square meter patio. Probably do it at a good rate just to try it out and see.
I wonder if it's just got like less resins in it, so it's like potentially considered like a lower quality sealer because it's not, the resins aren't sort of collecting on the surface maybe, and that more of the product is absorbing in, maybe you just have to put more layers on to achieve a similar finish. I don't know. Maybe they're so resin heavy, these other ones. Or
Yeah,
is it
I'm not
poly?
too sure. I'm going to try this year just to get one over the line, see what happens, and then offer sealing for patios next year because it's popular. People want it, but I'm too shook to offer it with anything film forming for reasons that might only show up next year or the year after.
Have you had problems with sealers then in the past?
No, I've used, like you say, I've used acrylic seal on patios. Me and Dan did a big one last year. Acrylic seal first, so I'll grind out, clean acrylic seal, left it a day or two, tighten. Went to clean it 2 weeks ago, spanking, just like the day we laid it. Seal is still intact because all of the characteristics of the stone are still enhanced. Easy clean, no organic staining. There's nothing for the organics to get into because it's filled up all the pores.
So what's made you so nervous about it then? Is it other people's stories that they've had problems with sealers and stuff?
Sorry, could you repeat, mate?
What's made you so nervous about the sealing process and about only wanting to use that certain impregnating sealer? Is it other
Well, I see
people's
a lot of them-
experience?
People's experience. Dan had an issue with acrylic seal earlier this year, which he sorted out, but he had to strip the lot. It seemed like it had, like what happened with the Titan and the Slate. It seemed like that's what happened with acrylic seal, and that's not anything on acrylic seal because I've got probably 20 tubs sat in the garage. I love the stuff, but it's the risk of what I'm trying to avoid is going back to a property and stripping a patio back when instead I could just use an impregnating sealer and sell it the right way and be done with it.
Yeah.
It's just trying to mitigate any risk more than anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, we've had a few callbacks on certain things lately, and just silly things like we forgot to clean up a window, and so we've had to drive all the way back there to get some pure water on this window. And what was the other one? Just some silly things, and then this one happened, and I was like, okay, this isn't minor. This is quite a major callback, and it's just so frustrating. It's just when you're in peak season and you're super busy, and you haven't got a spare day, you haven't got a spare half a day. It's so difficult to fit this stuff in because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to go back now. Like I'm gonna have to do sort of 6 or 7 days to be able to get this done, and I don't like doing any more than 5.
What it's going to cost you though is half a day's labour. You and is it Kiwi?
Kieran, yeah.
You and Kiwi, half a day, 150 quid in materials.
Yeah.
To sort it, bit of water.
You say that like it's nothing though, but if that's 150 quid.
What could it be instead? Think of the worst case scenario. You could have ruined a 40 grand patio for the purpose of example. That's where it gets real. Whereas it's a bit of a minor when you think about it. 150 quid in materials. Yes, half a day where you could have earned X amount. What? I don't know. You tell me what you're losing out on.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever worried about that particularly because I think there's so much on the market now that can rectify issues. Like unless the patio's got some sort of massive issue anyway that I didn't cause, that was just like some sort of structural issue where it's been exacerbated by the pressure wash or whatever, which I'd be like, look, it was. We both knew it was bad before, but like, what else is there that could go so wrong where you wouldn't be able to rectify it? I'm thinking maybe like black limestone. You could etch it, but then you could seal over the top of it.
Me.
Does it?
I've not been near this stuff. I don't even think I've quoted any, to be honest. I've been going nearly 2 years, ish, and I've not encountered it yet. I've not cleaned it. I've seen people clean it that I'd consider experienced and have spent too long in one place and there's a circle mark, or I've seen a lot of guys actually on social media post their after photo of black limestone. One of them mislabeled it as porcelain. Well, there's just turbo lines all over it. You can see where they've been. You can see where they've cut around the edge. It's just like, I don't know.
Bit scary.
I think I'll only ever soft wash it and probably put some some of that tarmac paint on it that you've done before. You know, the tarmac restorer, the black stuff.
No, that's a limestone restorer. That's
Sorry, yeah, I meant
yeah.
limestone. Yeah.
But what I've been looking at lately is a clear sealer for it, because I'm not too keen on that black finish. Some customers love it, but I think if you were to put like a colour in, like a natural clear colour enhancing sealer on even like a grey limestone patio, you retain all the different contrasting slabs and stuff. It just deepens the colour again, so it looks a lot more vibrant.
I've got some in the garden. I've got plans for that for my patio in the garden this year. I might use that GFTK on it that I mentioned to you, and I might also seal it. But my problem is I've spilt a load of candle wax on it, so I've not really looked into how to get that off yet. I should have really been on that by now.
Is yours black limestone?
No, it's this. I think you'd call it the blue stuff, blue
Right.
limestone, or the grey, if you like.
Yeah,
It's I've not been in, so just to reiterate, I've not been anywhere near black limestone. I've cleaned my grey limestone, blue limestone, whatever, several times. I've not etched it once.
Yeah.
I've been quite aggressive with it. Quite like cleaning the stuff, but yeah, black limestone, not been there.
The only limestone we've had that I've seen that people have had issues with is the black one. I don't think I've seen the paler stuff and the blue. We've cleaned the blue one a bunch of times. We've cleaned, like, you know, the creamy sort of. It's not Cotswold stone. It's like begins with T. Travertine. That's limestone, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I think it is.
Is.
Yeah, I think it's like a very creamy. It looks like marble. The way it's cut, it looks like it's got like marbly bits in it.
It's expensive. Looks expensive. Sounds expensive.
So that's the same sort of stuff where it's like you'll need to give it a light wash and then a biocide, and that'll turn the whole thing orange, and it'll look incredible in a couple of days. But I really struggled to get it clean on the day. But that didn't etch at all. No signs of it etching.
Yeah.
So I think it is literally just the black stuff.
Yeah. Do you ever find that, like, I don't know whether you've had this, but when you encounter a new surface or whatever, and if you, I don't know, I'm quite honest with my customers. I'm quite transparent. I'll say, look, I'm not cleaned this before, but I know how to.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they give you a weird look, like, oh, who the hell have I got round then? What, you know? Have you ever had that?
No,
Or
I
you
think
just go, yeah, clean loads of it, you know.
no, I'm always honest like you. I'll say like this is a new one for me. Actually, I've been going for like
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't sound like I'm panicking. I'm just like, look, yeah, I've not cleaned it before, but I can, you know, quote you.
I'll back myself by saying like I've been going for like 5 years, and this is the first one I've come across. So I'm quite excited to clean this. Actually, are you happy for me to take pictures and stuff? And they're like, oh yeah, fine. And like you, I'll say like I know how to clean it. I've just never cleaned it before. So, yeah, it is weird. It is.
It happened. I used for the first time the Smart Seal Eco sealer water based, which I sort of compare quite closely with Acrylic Seal, only around the corner. And as I'd finished, and me and the customer were sort of admiring the work, sort of talking, chewing the fat after. I sort of slipped out. I says, oh yeah, it's a new product. I've not used it before. And the way he looked at me was like, what do you mean? I was like, don't worry. Like it's I've used products very similar before, but that's just that one's new, just different label.
Yeah.
I sort of said, oh, it all comes out the same factory anyway, just sort of playing it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looked a little bit panicked, which I thought was funny.
Yeah. That is a thing. If I had a contractor around my house and like they were doing like building my deck for like I've got them around to build a deck for me or put a fence up or whatever, and they said, "Oh, I haven't done this before," I'd be like,
I haven't done this before. You'd be like, "Eh?"
"Yeah, yeah." Hector says,
I've actually got to shoot. She's due home with the shopping any second, so
No
we all know
worries.
what happens when you don't help unpack the shopping. But I'll be back in about 20-30 minutes.
"No worries. Really appreciate you coming on and helping me with that.
No, thank you.
Have a
Give
good."
me a shout on the day if you're in a pinch, and I'll talk you through it.
I will do. I appreciate you, mate.
Nice one.
See you in a
All
bit.
right, man.
Bye.
See you later.
That was very kind of Mitch, wasn't it? Oh, very kind indeed. It's always good to have a second. This is what I love, by the way. This is what I absolutely love about this community. Where else are you going to get people that jump in like that have got a similar experience to you, that can help talk you through it, and that are willing to help guide you through like a difficult time? I think it's so good. I love it. I love this thing that we're building here. Is speaking of which, this thing that we're building. Let me just get some vibey music on to set the scene. So, I haven't had a chance to read everyone's comments because I've been talking to Mitch, but I really appreciate everyone sticking around and watching. But quite a cool announcement here, right? So, for those of you who have been a part of the Discord before, you will probably have seen in the Discord, we've got this members area, the new members area at the top here, and here we've got a members map. Now, let me show you what the old members map used to be. So, everyone that come in to the Discord for the first time, they're encouraged to add their details onto the members map. And the reason we ask them to do this, not to collect data or anything weird like that, it's literally just so that we can help each other. And if I've got a job over in Peterborough, and I need to bring in some local help, I can get in touch with Crystal Clean Windows or Jet Clean Pressure Washing. Or if I get a quote over that way, and I think, that's too far, like, I get quotes, I get requests from all over the country. People see us on YouTube and they're always saying, I've seen your work on YouTube, do you travel? Will you come out and sort of do the work for us? Sometimes if it's an interesting project, I'll be like, we can do it. We're going to charge a hell of a lot more than what we would normally, because it's like a 3-hour or 6-hour round trip, and we've got to do like 2 visits, and it's all a bit awkward. So we're going to charge you a hell of a lot more, but we're happy to do the work because it's a cool project, and we might, film it or whatever for YouTube. Or I'll find someone that I can pass the job on to. And so over here, I might look at like Cottingham Exterior Cleaning. I'll click on his page or give him a ring or a text and say, I've got a job in your area. Are you interested? It's a repointing job or it's a tarmac sealing job. Do you offer that service? Are you interested in the quote before I pass it on to someone else? So that's how we've been using it so far. All of the Discord members have access to the map, so they can use it. So they've probably been pulling in local help, like the amount of people down here that probably didn't know that they had local people in the Discord with them, that can come and help them with like their first project or whatever it might be, their first pressure washing job, their first repointing job. It's cool to realise that you've got like 3 people in your area that you didn't know were there, and they're all part of the Discord, so they'll be willing to come give you a hand with it. Guys, it's had 17,000 views this map has. That's pretty crazy. So that's all we've been using it for up until now. It's been for internal use for the Discord. Now, big things are happening, big changes are being made, where I'm going public with this map. So instead of, potentially, what I hope will happen, instead of customers coming to me from Edinburgh, for example, they'll actually just go on to Smelt's trusted contractors map, and they'll find someone local to them. And the difference here is that I'm asking for proof of 5-star reviews and your proof of liability insurance, which I think is a good standard for to be able to recommend a contractor. First of all, they have to be in the Discord, so they've gone out their way to either be involved in the community or to gain more knowledge. So that's a great thing in my opinion. It's not someone who's just going out there to try and grab some quick cash. They're in the Discord because they watch the videos and they want to learn more, which I think is a great barrier to entry. The next thing to show that they're somewhat established is 10 5-star reviews, which I think, again, a good barrier to entry. We want to know that that you've done enough work to generate at least 10 5-star reviews, and proof of liability insurance, because I was talking through this with my brother the other day, and with the waste management side of things, it's one of those industries where it's like you don't know who you're getting. You don't know whether they're insured. You don't know whether they've got a license or whatever it might be, like a waste carrier's license, waste collector's license, tipping license, all that sort of stuff. So I thought, how can we apply that to this? And I thought, well, liability insurance, again, is a good baseline. So I think those three things in combination is to be in the Discord, liability insurance, and at least 10 5-star reviews. Now I'm going to post this map on my website. So it's going to be live on the website and on the socials. This is the new map, so it's not populated yet. So people aren't going to be adding their own pins on here like they were before. I'm going to be adding these pins manually. So we've already got Daz. We've already got H2O, who's just down the road from me. We've got obviously me on there as well. I want everyone's little pin to look like this. So I know immediately which services you offer, and when the customer clicks on it, because customers will have full access to this, they'll click on this and they'll be able to find someone local to them, and they'll have the number, they'll have their reviews linked. Ideally, you'll have a Google My Business profile, because it shows your reviews, shows all your links. It sort of pre-fills in the information for you, and then you can just click on this link and it takes you straight to the Google Maps link. So it's really useful. And the fact that this is now going to be on my website in the contact page. So if we're too far, check out the members map for my trusted, approved contractors and find someone local. It's also going to be on my socials. So I've got a link tree at the top of my socials channels. So on Instagram, for example, if you go to the top of my Instagram account, same with Facebook, and click on this little link tree, it'll ask if you want, do you want a quote on there? I'll need a quote, go to the website. So there's all these like Instagram, Facebook, you can click on these. This job application form isn't relevant anymore, so I'm going to change that soon, but it's also got all the sponsors and discount codes on there. For those of you that don't know, this is where all the discount codes are. I'll have one at the top here, with a link to this trusted contractors map, so customers can click on this and they will get access to the map as well. And I'm going to promote it occasionally promote it in my videos as well. So this is going to be hopefully a lot more widely used than what it was before. Speaking of which, I actually need to add a few people to this, because I've had a couple of DMs in the last couple of days from a few people. Yeah, so I've got a few people to add on there. I'm going to add these manually. All you need to do is be a part of the Discord and send me proof of insurance and your 10 5-star reviews, and you'll be added to the map. Someone DM'd me and asked, I've got 9 5-star reviews. I've got another few jobs this week. And I said, get that 10th one and we'll get you on the map. I think it's a really good tool, not only for us in the Discord to pull in local help and stuff, but also now for the customers. Hopefully this is going to result in free leads for you guys. So I'm quite excited by it. So if you're already in the Discord and you've already got your insurance and your reviews, just send me a DM and I'll add you to the map. And then once we've got the current Discord members added on there, I'll get it hosted on the website, which is very easy to do. I can embed that map on the website, and then we'll open it up to potential, new members and stuff on socials and whatnot. What else have we got to talk about tonight? Does anyone need any specific help with anything? I'm learning all the time through this channel, and of course it's a great channel for information. Nice, thank you, appreciate you. Can I just send you feet pics and we shortcut the process? What if they do a crap job, you've recommended them, and it may backfire onto you? I have considered that. I'm going to put something in on the website that says, you know, I've got no affiliation, I don't take any responsibility for the contractors. Still do your own research, read their reviews, make sure, you know. I understand what you're saying, it's a good point. Jake, do we DM you on the Discord with links to reviews and attached insurance? Yes, please. Yes, please. So we've also, for those of you that didn't spot it, we've also got recommended suppliers, which I think is a cool thing to have. So has anyone can anyone put in the YouTube live chat right now a pressure washing supplier or gutter vacuum supplier or water fed pole or exterior cleaning equipment supplier, a chemical supplier? Pop it in the chat, someone you've had a really good experience with, potentially that you've used multiple times as well, not just once, because we've got all the main ones that I'm aware of. So we've got CleanLink, we've got PWS, we've got Pure Seal, AC pressure washers, we've got Smart Seal down here as well, gutter vacuum systems, window cleaning warehouse. Not that I've had much experience with them. I should put Gardner Pole Systems on there. I think they're down in Plymouth somewhere. We've got Nyclean on there as well. Maybe it's a must be a member for 3 months or some other barrier, so we can also vet them internally. I don't know if... I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I don't think we particularly need to vet people. If they've got their reviews, they've got their insurance, I think that is a good enough... I think that's good enough, personally. I'm way off. First job today, Stonewall's Path, small patio area. Nice. Are you... Did you get a review? Did you manage to get a review from your customer? Sent a photo in the Discord, mate, regarding the acrylic seal on Indian sandstone and why film sealers aren't recommended for natural stone. Let's have a sticky beak. Whereabouts in the Discord did you put that? Oh. This is acrylic seal, is it? Oh dear. That is bad, isn't it? You can see the moisture's just got underneath it and just like caused a film. That's tough. My first reseal done today. What do you guys think? Customer is over the moon, as am I. That is a really solid base for resealing. That's a good tarmac drive resealing. It's faded, nice brick border, nice easy manageable area, smooth tarmac. The aggregate is quite big on that tarmac actually. Nonetheless, let's have a look at the results. Yeah, it's quite chunky tarmac that is actually, isn't it? That looks more like what you'd expect from like a commercial property. Big chunky tarmac. Oh, look at that. It matches the house much nicer now, doesn't it? Nice one, mate. Well done. Equipment chat. Ask a supplier. Nozzles. Roof cleaning. Anyone tested any supports for the roof cleaning poles or something like this? Oh, like a harness for the roof cleaning pole. I think it's okay when you're on the ground. I think that's the last thing you want when you're on a tower, personally. Great for like cladding cleaning and stuff, but when you're on a tower, you're going to want as much movement as possible. I think that's... he's from Equip to Clean. What's his name again? Can't remember what his name is, but He works at Equipped Clean. You'll only have to do this with a pole that's too heavy. Best rinse nozzle out there. Oh my god, no way. Whoa, that's a great idea. Your little Klaber adapter that goes into one of them. That's a male hose lock to, like, what is it, a 5 or 6 mil barb. They do those on the Gardner websites, Gardner Pole Systems website. That's a great idea. Going out on a job on behalf of my old work. Customer's car leaked oil all over the drive. I'd go for, if it's block paving, I'd go for, I've had really good success with Synergy from Pure Seal. That sealer was applied last year and only did that 2 months ago. Apparently, reason being water vapour escaping through the natural pores of the stone, hence the pattern on the seal. Yeah, that's weird on that Indian sandstone patio. Dylan, welcome. You okay? Evening all, just starting out working on my SUV. How vital do you think a surface cleaner is? In the very beginning, probably not something I'd buy straight away. I would potentially, because also in the very beginning you've probably got quite a low powered machine compared to like industry standard stuff. So I would consider holding off on the surface cleaner until you've got like your main proper machine that you're going to be using going forward, because then you can spec the correct nozzles for it as well, and you know. But it will save you time only on those big patios, really. I think anything else like block paving, saying that they're really good on tarmac and resin and stuff. They are definitely a good purchase. I think people in this community they're using them every day. So it's we use ours a couple of times a week, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. ECA Cleaning have always been good. Let's stick them on then. ECA Cleaning. And what do they do? USA, Cirencester. Do they do equipment and chemicals? Equipment, accessories, spare parts, cold water pressure washers. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, let's add them on then. That's the old map. ECA Cleaning, add to map. We're going to add them as a supplier. Equipment supplier. There we go. Cirencester, where's that? Okay, cool. Good to know. Good guys there. Hi Jake, do you know what happens to the Leeds channel on the Discord? Sorry if you've answered it already. The Leeds channel. Did we ever have a Leeds channel, Matt? Leeds. Maybe we deleted it because it wasn't being used. I think people tend to send DMs rather than post it openly, because sometimes it's got like addresses in it and stuff. Window cleaning warehouse is absolutely horrendous. Had plenty of dealings with them. Refused to now. Blatant liars. Rude. Really bad service. Ooh. Anyone else second that, or is that just a one-off with Tracy? Dylan, welcome. Need to make a Google thingy. I put 2 little vids on TikTok editing thingy. Not sure what you mean, Maxit. Spotless window cleaning suppliers are 100% better. We'll be honest, if they can't deliver on time, fitted out with mine. We should also put spotless water stations. Yeah, we should do spotless water. Like Halezoen spotless water, we could add that, and then we could do that in like a light blue or something, and then we can do. Have we got like a water icon? Any water? Water? A waterfall. No, I don't want a waterfall. I want like a teardrop or something. Drop? No. Maybe a building? What icon can we use for spotless water? A window? Window? No. I might struggle here. Rain? Is rain spotless water? Do we know? Snow, sleet, rain. I'm going to go rain. I think that's a good idea. Hey. Maybe we put them on. I'm not sure if we do. DJ Dazza, welcome to the Discord, and thank you for deciding to become a member of the channel. Thank you so much. Welcome. Pop yourself in the Discord. You'll either get an email or you can see your perks on YouTube, and that'll give you access to the Discord. It'll just give you a link to click, and it'll prompt you to download Discord if you haven't got it already. Once you're in the Discord, make sure you connect this YouTube channel to your Discord, and then you'll get full access to the server. You still need to monitor moisture levels 18% or below with any damp weather suitable sealers. I keep it simple, 12% or less for all types. ECA are class for adapters. Good to know. I got my Kranzel from ECA, good company. Nice. Don't recall having a Leeds channel. Yeah, no, not me. Not me. Ben's Soft Wash. Window cleaning warehouse have a bad reputation now. May clog the map up with spotless water locations. I think you're probably right. I did just think of that when I zoomed out. Yeah, maybe I'll take it off. Spotless window cleaning supplies, South Wales. That looks like a Welsh name. Yeah. Add to map. There we go. This is good. I like this. It's all coming together, isn't it? Luke, on the road to 3 years is upon us. Luke, thank you so much. Let me see if I can move that up a little bit. Or over there. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate your support. You're a good egg. 35 months, man, of membership. Thank you so much. Soap National is a good company. Used them a few times in the past. Soap National. Oh, spotless water stations on the members map, not on the customer facing map. Yeah, you're right, actually, because the customers are going to see this. But also, they're going to be the same map. So members map is now the customer facing public map. It's the same one. I'm removing the old one. Read what that Welsh name. Yeah, that was a very Welsh address. No, not that one. CWMBRAN. What does that say? Certainly not English. Window cleaning warehouse has had a bad reputation years ago, but I have a good experience with them recently. I also use Spotless and Soap National. Spotless and Soap. Spotless and Soap National. Someone else said that. Is it Spotless? Ananthasand and? Is it Soap National? Is it that one? Soap National. Oh, cool. Alright. Website doesn't seem to be working. Not the best of starts. Oh. It's not loaded yet. I'll let them off. It's my end. Yeah, that was all me. Okay, we'll put them on as well then. Add to map. There we go. Streamline Systems in Devon. Oh dear, there's too many. USA, Canada, Tobago, France, Newton Abbot. Is that Devon? Is that Devon? Exeter. We'll go with that one. Should we go with that one? Maybe 2 maps still. Do customers really need to know the locations of where to buy gear? We can keep that for the trades. Yeah, but then it all gets convoluted having 2 different maps. I know what you're saying. I want a contractor. Oh, actually, I'll just do it myself. I want this to be a hub, though. I want this to be a hub for both contractors and customers. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. Did your app you were working on ever get released? We had a release in the Discord. But I realised after putting a few £1,000s into it that there were already better things on the market, and sometimes it's easier to what's it called, count your losses rather than doubling down and, you know, wasting a load more time and energy and money trying to build my own thing. Where, you know, after I realised very quickly after I downloaded Free Agent. On Matt's recommendation, I downloaded Free Agent as part of the Metal. You get it for free with a Metal account. It did everything I needed it to do. You can already create set prices and stuff. And I thought, why am I working on my app when actually I want to use this? It's got like accounting software in it. It's got a CRM in it. I don't want to have to make all that when this does a perfect job. So I'd be lying to my audience. Telling them to buy my product when actually I'm using a totally different one. Like it didn't make sense at all. Exeter is Devon, but haha. Yeah, sorry, my geography's not great. Ubik 2000 for a tenner with Soap National. That seems to be what everyone uses on like faces and soffits, isn't it? I've never seen this Soap National site. Let's have a little sticky beak. Chemicals and detergents. Super Slip. Titan A1, Titan Green, Rub Out, Titan Oil Flow, new PVC Renovator. These are all strange. Super Strength Concentrate Biodegradable, Multi-Purpose Cleaner, Cleaning and Degreasing, Restaurant Windows Nicotine Stains. Yeah, I suppose heavy push towards window cleaners rather than general exterior cleaning, I suppose, by the looks of it. But good to know. They've got univalves, hose reels. We keep having the same question in the Discord. Does anyone know where they can get a decent priced hose reel that's not going to break the bank, that won't fall apart? Low pressure hose reel. And I generally point people towards the water irrigation website, which I think Mitch mentioned earlier. So if you look on here, there's like quite a lot of different hoses, different styles and grades of hoses, different lengths, anti-kink, HydroSure. These seem to be very popular. But there's also carts and reels. So if you type in hose cart, there's lots of different choice for carts. And I'll be honest, I've tried a few of these. I've tried this one, and I've tried this one, and I've tried this one, and all of them broke. This one looks a little too heavy duty for my liking. Looks a little bit too bulky, personally, and it's still 200 quid. Could it be better? Maybe. Do I like the little trolley underneath? Yes. Is it worth 200 quid? Maybe. AC pressure washers do one for around 200 quid. I found it for about 130, 140. Hose reels. Low pressure hose reels. Oh my god. £436 plus VAT for a hose reel. Do we not think these like, I'm nothing against AC pressure washers. This is just how much stuff costs now apparently. I think this is bonkers. If I pulled up the Rutland Pumps website, it'd be exactly the same. So there's nothing against them, but like, does anyone else think that's mad? 50-meter trolley mount. Do we think that's going to be heavy duty, or do we think that's going to fall apart? 3/4 inch thread for the ports. 660 quid for a stainless steel low pressure reel from Rutland Pumps, but it's solid. Pressure washers. Hoses and reels. Bolt down reels. Mobile hose reels. Bolt down reels. High pressure reel. Low pressure reel. 1/2 inch. Ooh. Look at that one that mounts from above. That's something we've been toying with, the idea of mounting them from the roof of our van for a while, because we've still got that like window cleaning hose that 3/8 inch swivels. Low pressure hose reel, 1/2 inch swivels. £550 plus VAT. Do you know if they've sorted out the issue where I think a lot of people were complaining about all the sharp edges on all this, is it steel? Is it stainless? 304 stainless steel. It's proper stuff, isn't it? Like, it, you can see it's incredibly well made. Did they sort out the burr issue, the sharp corners? Does look like quality kit, but I mean, I suppose you buy it once and it shouldn't fail, should it? That should be one of those pieces of equipment that's like a lifetime. Like, if you consider all the other times you've bought like a trolley that's failed, or a different hose reel, or a cart that's failed, it probably eventually adds up to like, you could have just bought one of these in the first place and saved all that faff and effort and be done with it. Could you say the same for this one? Do we think that would work just as well as this one? Aluminium, stainless steel. It's Gucci stuff. The Rutland stainless steel stuff, build quality is brilliant. Yep. Automatic remote control hose reel, electric hose winder for sprayers. If you've put Tintins, if you put a link in the chat, I can't see it because this chat doesn't allow links. Search this top row, 4th on automatic. Okay. Wait, on what? Buy shit, buy twice. Very true. Very true in this industry. So don't use acrylic seal on sandstone, are we saying? I've used it on sandstone with no issues. As far as I'm aware, the customer hasn't come back to tell me that they've had issues. I've used it a bunch of times. It's been fine. But other people have had issues, so take that as you will. I'm in need of a high pressure hose reel. Been going a few months without one. Yeah, it is rough when you've only got you're having to like bunch the hose up at the end of the job, like 30 meters worth of hose, and like wrap it in circles, or like figure of eights help. Do it if you do wrap it up in a big figure of eight. It's much better. What's your issues around roof cleaning, Jake? I'm on my 13th one in a row currently and love doing them. We had a cherry picker malfunction today. Cherry picker failed on us, and the job took about an hour and a half longer than it should have. Just crap everywhere, just moss, muck, all up the windows, all up the faces and soffits, all over next door, just hella dirty. And it's worse because the customer had just had their driveway cleaned and resanded. Like, it looked like it had been done a couple of weeks maybe, because I saw a couple of weeds growing back through, but it was pretty fresh. Nice porcelain patio out the back, looked pretty fresh. I mean, it's easy to rinse porcelain and stuff, but it's just like not what you want them coming home to. Just like moss and crap everywhere. But it's unavoidable when you're pressure washing a roof. I don't know, they're just very tough, long days. We price well, and we do a good job, and we don't leave until it's done properly. I've even texted her tonight saying like it was a long day. Like obviously things didn't go as planned because the cherry picker broke. I think we've cleaned up well. From what I can see, we walked around with the customer afterwards and just checked that she's happy with everything, the way we've left everything, and she was over the moon. And I've just texted her again saying, look, if you do spot anything with the cleanup that we might have missed, please let me know and I will come back over and sort it. But it was a long day and we were starting to get a bit tired towards the end, so did our best with it. Tinsin's not sure. Google automatic remote control. Oh, I see what you're saying. Put it into Google. The blue one. The AliExpress Express blue one. Talking about this one. That looks insane, doesn't it? That is a piece of kit. An absolute contraption. Whole machine widened support leg table. I like the colour. That's all I'll say. Ooh, that's the first time I've seen a later function. I don't know if anyone caught that. The cookies in the bottom corner just popped up. And instead of saying accept, decline or whatever, it allowed me to click later. I didn't think that was a thing. I thought I always thought you had to make a choice with cookies. But I clicked later. Never seen that on a website since cookies were like properly introduced. Like mandatory. Yeah, this looks pretty crazy. What's going on with that AI image? That is an AI image if I ever saw one. Or is it just bubbles going across? Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. What does it hook up to? Like a 12 volt battery or something? 12 volt, 24 volt, 48 volt, 60 volt, 72 volt, 220 volt. Okay, so you can do all sorts with it. Interesting. And it's only £123. I don't know if you've seen the shipping costs on AliExpress. £480. Still could be a bargain. We don't know. We'll never know. Are you going to buy one? If you buy one, let us know. No job sucks more than washing gutters, faces and soffits. Jake, you are a man after my own heart. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Conservatories are up there. I actually think I would rather clean faces and soffits than clean a conservatory, personally. Soft Wash UK, transforming exterior cleaning with innovative soft wash solutions. Do you, Michael, do you work for Soft Wash UK? Connies are the worst. I'm just not a fan. I'd rather, there's so many better ways of earning 200 quid. You know what I mean? I'd much rather clean a block paved driveway for 200 quid than clean a conservatory, personally. It could be because I've got fairly high standards, and I can't, if I see any little bits, little bits, if I see a little bit and it ain't rinsing, I'm brushing again. And then once I've brushed, I've got to rinse again. And then I'll see another bit and it ain't rinsing off, so I've got to brush it again. And then I've got to rinse it again. And then you rinse towards the top, and you get more crap that comes out from underneath the flap at the top, the overhang. And then you've got to rinse the whole panel again. And then because you've rinsed that panel, you've got a bit of crap that's floated over to the panel that you've just rinsed as you're working your way around. And it's just like never ending brushing and rinsing. And I don't know whether people spend as long on them as I do because they're better than me at them. They've got better equipment, they've got a better technique, or whether it's because their standards aren't quite as high as mine, which I doubt. There's plenty of people out there cleaning conservatories to a very high standard. Or they're charging way more than I am, and they're thinking, I'm getting adequately compensated for this conservatory. Maybe I'm too cheap. But I don't think you can... Most conservatories, most standard conservatories in the UK, to clean the roof alone, I don't think you can charge much more than 200 quid. And by the time you clean the roof, you've probably splashed stuff onto the glass down below. So you're probably at least rinsing, if not cleaning the glass on the side of the conservatory as well. Are you including that in your roof cleaning quote, or are you just doing that as a freebie? Is the customer expecting that? Thinking you've just cleaned my roof, but now all my windows are like dirty and spotty because all the algae's come from there down to here. Are you including vacuuming out the gutters once you've cleaned all that moss off of the conservatory roof down into the gutters? Are you including in your £160, which I think is quite high for a conservatory clean? That's quite a good conservatory clean. Are you including vacuuming out the gutters? Probably should. I just think I couldn't charge enough to want to do that job. I couldn't charge more than... You can't charge more than 200 quid really to do like an average conservatory. What are you guys charging? Stick it in. I'm going to pull one up on Google, and you're going to tell me how much you charge to clean this. This is a fun one. This is fun. Conservatory. We're going to get a nice annoying round one. Not a square one. We like square ones. An annoying round one. The access on this one's too good because it's raised around the outside. That's too easy. Might not even need to use a ladder on that one. Instead, we're going to get one where your arse is in a bush and you can't fit your ladder in. I'm not. If anyone asks me to clean that conservatory, I'm not cleaning that one. I'm not doing that one. That's a no thank you from me. I'm not doing that one. I'm not climbing over the other side of that wall to put my ladder in the brambles just to get high enough to be able to get a good view. God knows what's on the other side. Not doing that one, no thank you. These are some bougie conservatories. I'm not doing any of them. No. The most annoying ones are when it falls back towards the house like that and there's a big gully on the other side. Generally it's just like a normal gutter, like a standard size gutter, and you can't get anywhere near it. And by the time you've swept a bit of moss off the roof, or off the, yeah, it's chaos, absolute chaos. These ones, I'll consider these. Oh, that's not even got a glass roof on it. Minimum charge 150 quid. I start at 160 and that includes gutters. Question, I know you have to be careful with biocide on roof cleans. Nothing going in the drains, but what do you do when you're using bio on the floor? When you're using biocide on the floor, it's generally absorbing pretty quickly depending on what surface it is. With a roof, obviously, you're sort of brushing it on. You're putting quite a lot on a roof, to be fair. And by the time you've saturated the roof with biocide, you tend to get some runoff that goes down into the gutters. With ground surfaces, generally they're quite flat, so there's no runoff. If you can, if you're putting it on properly, I suppose. But that biocide's then absorbing into the surface. You're not rinsing it down afterwards. We rinsed it down in our latest video because we were repointing. But you normally leave biocide down to do its thing. See, I don't mind those so much. Does anyone else mind these conservatories? Look, agree, decline, or change my preferences. I can't just click the X and say, ask me later. Right, let's find a good conservatory. Here we go. This is a classic, an absolute classic conservatory. How much are we quoting on that? Picture's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4 panels on the side. Another 2 there, another 2 there. Decent access all the way around, I suppose. There is a shed there, but that's not going to cause too much issue. If I'm quoting the whole thing because I'm not just doing roofs, because I end up doing the glass on the outside anyway because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So I'm probably quoting to do the roof and the glass and clear out the gutters. I'm probably quoting about 180 quid on that one. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have waited till you guys. Mark helped me with the Dosatron issue over the phone, so I thought he was worth a mention. Okay, sorry. It's that with your comment, Michael, it sounded like you were promoting them because you put the whole spiel in there, didn't you? I've debated stopping and offering gutters, faces, soffits and conservatories altogether. No one wants to pay what it's worth. You've literally explained my morning. Okay. Looks like the Parker pressure's sold out. I'm not surprised. I'll do your gutters, faces, soffits, Connie roofs. Why do we hate roof cleaning? Sean, I've just had a bad day. That's all, mate. And they end up leaking. I've never made a conservatory leak. Never. Can you explain your process for cleaning resin-bound driveways? I've got one coming up. Sometimes pre-treat with hypo, although we've stopped using hypo on resin now because I realised that if you've got iron in whatever aggregate that they've used for the resin, hypo will react to it and you'll end up with little 50p piece sized spots of rust all over it. So you've got to be careful not to do that. So we used to pre-treat with hypo, flat surface cleaner, light turbo on the edges, give it a good strong rinse, and then sometimes a post-treat with hypo. Now we are just flat surface cleaner, figure of 8, light turbo around the edges. Sometimes we'll even turbo rinse it because it's quite coarse resin. The turbo does a better job of rinsing it than a fan nozzle does, but you're not getting too close because you don't want to leave streaks or lines or anything. You're just using it to do a light rinse. Then we'll do a post-treatment on the resin with Biocide back 50. Generally putting it down with an X-Jet, nice and foamy, because we want it to sit on the surface for as long as possible. Resin is super porous and it absorbs anything you put on it. Sometimes you'll be cleaning resin with the pressure washer and there's no runoff, no water. It's the weirdest feeling cleaning resin sometimes, because you're either using your lance or using the surface cleaner. There's no puddles, no pooling, nothing, no water in sight. It's just going straight down into the subbase. So the same thing happens with chemicals. We want the chemicals to sit on the top for as long as possible, even though it's very difficult with resin. It tends to get absorbed very quickly, but the more surfactant or the more foam that you can get onto the surface, which is why we quite often use an X-Jet, because it foams it up really well, then it'll absorb away and dry off very quickly. But that Biocide, the main thing with resin is moss. It's like tarmac. It gets very mossy, so the Biocide will help. Even though it's quite a smooth surface and it doesn't give the Biocide much to cling onto, it will help prevent the moss from growing back too quickly. I start at, Fresh Rinse says, I start at 160 including the gutters for conservatory roofs or conservatories. Daz says my minimum is £150. Tintin says I charge £200 plus 35 for the windows. No gutter vacuum. Mine was 4 by 3 meters. It's also meant to be mixed to a weaker strength for ground surfaces than a roof. Good point, Daz. Generally back 50, 1 to 20 on roofs, 1 to 30 on ground surfaces, according to Pure Seal. £150 for the roof plus £40 for the gutter clear, so about the same as you. £80 to £120 just depends how bad it is. Not bad in terms of dirty. You're doing that conservatory roof for 80 quid. I don't want to be that guy, but I wouldn't get out of bed for that. If I saw that in the calendar and I thought I'm going to go and spend my morning cleaning this conservatory and I'm going to make 80 quid, I would stay in bed. TFR cleaner, then clean the windows, so it'd be 160 for the roof and then 20 for the windows, but no cleaning the gutters out. The Fresh Rinse, I'd be at 180, same as you, but I've stopped offering the glass. I've got a local window cleaner that will be paying for the roof cleans, do the windows afterwards. Yeah, that's what we've started contemplating. Bee's Knees helps us occasionally. He's in Redditch, and we'll do a roof clean. And I'm very rarely happy with the condition of the windows, even after we've used our resin tank on them afterwards, to try and get like a spotless finish on the windows. I'm very rarely happy, so now I'm just like, James, can you please come and clean the windows on this job? I haven't even charged for it recently. I've just been like, just please come and do this. Like, I'll pay you. Like, I haven't added anything to the customer's quote or anything to clean the glass. I've just been like, I'll take the hit on whatever it costs to get you out to do this. It's worth it to have like a perfect finish on those windows, I think, after a roof clean. Genuinely, 200 quid. I have been stung too many times. They never go as planned. I know they're always way dirtier than the one pictured. Yeah, true. This one's pretty clean. Jake, ever thought of doing a road show around Ireland and the UK? I think it would make great content. A road show for what, matey? What do you mean? What do you mean a road show? What would I do? What does that involve? Soft Wash UK. Should we get them added onto the map if you've had a good experience with them? Soft Wash UK. Peterborough? These guys? No. No. Is it this one? Soft Washing UK. Soft Wash UK. This looks more like it. Is it these people?
No.
Oh, they're all the way up there. Damn. Isle of Barra. Do you have pumps and pressure on the map? 160 to 180. I hate every minute of it. Every minute of it. I would happily work with a pressure washing business doing all the windows, etc. I would also then pass on pressure washing work recommendations for those near me. Good idea. Yeah, it's good to build relationships locally with people in your area. Are we adding these people to the map? Do we know if this is the correct supplier? I mean, good to know that there's someone up on this random little island, I suppose. I mean, how long does your package take to arrive? You know what I mean? That is well out the way, isn't it? Are these popular like destinations for like homes and holidays and pretty crazy? Pumps and pressure. Or one word like you've put. Huddersfield? These guys? Can you check if I've been moved to the North Sea again? Why would you have been moved to the North Sea? Where's Mitch? Mitch, I don't think you're on this one yet. I haven't added you to the new map yet. No, because you're over here somewhere, aren't you? Like Lichfield way. Or like over here somewhere. Oh, you're Leicester. Yeah, we've got a new map now, mate. It's all changing. This is going to be customer facing as well. Is this pumps and pressure? This place looks fancy, doesn't it? I want to have a look at that Softwash UK. How much is your... Oh, they've got a course as well, look. How much is your hypo? Is this my internet or is this these websites? GLX Pro, Clever Wash. Oh, I've seen this Clever Wash. I love these. Everyone's using these AI pictures now. Spot them a mile off, can't you? Sodium hypochlorite. Make your own soft wash bundle. Sodium hypochlorite for soft washing, 14 to 15%. 20 litres, 5 litre containers is $52.99. Quite expensive compared to what I get mine for. I'm guessing that's inclusive of that. Free shipping though. Free shipping. I like how they're setting your expectations. Orders are dispatched within 2 working days, not just 1. 2 working days, and it's 5 to 7 working days. I think that's good because sometimes we're over-promised on delivery on some of these types of items and stuff. Is it the guy? Oh, it's the guy that's got the podcast on.
All right, so today we're diving into something pretty cool. Imagine this, you're cleaning your patio, and the stuff you're using just turns into plain old table salt.
That's an American AI voiceover, I believe. I don't think that's him. There used to be a Softwash guy on Spotify, and it was his voice, I'm pretty sure. But that is not his voice. I wonder if he's changed. Or I've got the wrong company altogether, I don't know. It's an AI podcast now. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm not going crazy. Let's put pumps and pressure on here, because that's good to know that there's someone right there in Huddersfield. And what was the other one? Softwash UK, I've got them on. Oh, that's them all the way over there, is it? Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Is it Mark Cave? Could be. Could well be. Mark Cave, yes it is, look. He's got a cool website, I'll give him that. Lots of AI going on.
So before we start, I just wanted to tell you that I'm still using Get Soapy. I've tried a few different CRM.
Oh, that's Macintosh. Thought I recognised the voice. Mr. Mac, that's your Uncle Mac. It's Mark Cave. Used to love listening to his podcast when it was him rather than AI. I dabbled, you know. I did dabble with a bit of AI voiceover on my videos. And because there's so much content of me online, I could literally drop one of my, like this podcast today, if Mitch weren't in there earlier, I could drop the whole audio file into an AI website and it would be trained on my voice. And then I can type out the voiceover, because the voiceover, I think, is one of the harder bits on the YouTube videos. When I've got something I just want to quickly put in there and explain something, having to set the microphone up and make sure the house is quiet, and then think of like something, like articulate something really well, and explain it, and it normally takes me 3 or 4, if not 5 or 6 takes, and then I've got to chop all the audio up, and it's quite a process. I was thinking, like, let me just type out a paragraph into an AI website, drop my voice in, and see how it sounds. And it was scary how close it was. Like, I sent it in my family group chat, and I said, "This is AI, what do you think?" And they're like, "Oh my god, that's a bit scary actually, because it sounds just like you." The first one wasn't so good, but then I dropped a different file in there, and it sounded way better. He could do the same. So instead of using some random American's voice, because he's already got 3 or 4 podcasts, he could get it trained on his voice, and then all you have to do then is type out a script, and it'll, and then you can just drop that audio file. It's already perfect audio, no background noise, no cuts necessary, because it flows perfectly. You can set the speed of the voice, you can set the tone, like aggressive, angry, or happy, or whatever it might be. Very powerful stuff, and I think that's probably where a lot of content creators are going to go at some point. But I just thought, if anyone knew that I'd used that, I could use that tomorrow in a video, and I guarantee you guys wouldn't know. I guarantee. It's that good. But if someone did find out, I'd be like, "Oh, Jake's used AI for all his videos." It's like, oh no, I don't want to be that guy. Hi Jake, I recently bought, Andre welcome, I recently bought my pressure washer set up through Gutter Vacuum Systems using your code. I got £160 off the bill. Thanks for that. 160 quid discount. That's insane. Using code, I think it's Smelt, or is it Smelt 5? It's a 5% discount code. It'll pop up here in a minute. That's incredible. There's Clean Link, look. That's amazing. I'm glad that you found it useful. I was looking at some Softwash UK's course, but it seems pricey. Has anyone done the course? Not me, sorry. Get AI to copy voice. Get ChatGPT to write a podcast script. New podcast every day. Seems a bit tacky, doesn't it? Seems a bit cheap. How do we know you're actually real? That's why you've not seen my hands all episode, because you'll see that I've got 6 fingers. I'm going to wrap this baby up, because I've got a wagon wheel here that's been staring at me the whole time. And it's at Aldi's finest. Is it Aldi or is it a genuine wagon? It could be genuine, actually. Even better. Banana fingers. Anyone got any last minute thoughts or questions before I head off for another week? Got a repointing job tomorrow. Sandstone patio repointing job in Redditch tomorrow. We've got another repointing job on Wednesday. Sandstone patio repointing job in Bourneheath. Let's check out the calendar. We've got Hugo starting with us this week, so it's his first day today. Terrible job. Terrible first roof clean. Horrible long day. Terrible first introduction to the business. But he did really well. We're in Dorridge doing a block paved driveway, and Solihull doing a block paved driveway hard set in sand on Thursday. Friday, we've got a blocked paved driveway in Woodrow and a block paved driveway and patio in Matchborough in Redditch. We're booked up now. Our calendar is rammed full until the 16th of July. So we've taken our foot off the gas a little bit recently with the inquiries. I've just been letting them sort of build up in the background because I've just been so busy. I couldn't face them. But recently, I've given Kieran access to all of the systems. He's got access to Free Agent, so he can do quotes and invoicing if he wants to, and he has been. He's got access to the inquiry list, so he sees all the new inquiries come through. He's got access to the emails. He's got access to the calendar. He's been chatting to my customers over the weekend. He's got access to the WhatsApp, the business WhatsApp now. I've got my own personal number. I've got a dual SIM on my phone now. So I've got the original SIM that was in there. Now I've got an eSIM, so I've got two numbers on this phone now. One number is my personal, and the original one is now my work WhatsApp, which both Kieran and Sophie now have access to. So stuff's happening behind the scenes when I'm on a day off. Stuff's still rolling, even when I'm not around. And it's fantastic. Blue ones are the best, Jake. What are we talking about? Blue what? Blue wagon wheels? Oh, the ones with jam in. Oh, no, that's gross. I have a sandstone patio ceiling job, but the weather's not playing ball. That's the issue with ceiling, see? What happened to the Surface guide? Are you still working on it? Yes. Yes. Can't say much, but yes. When the ADHD calms down, he'll focus on... You think I'm trying to do too much? You think I'm trying to do too much? No. Me? No. Do you ignore low ticket jobs when busy, like gutter clearing? No, I never ignore jobs. I do ignore jobs until I get round to dealing with them. I won't just let stuff go by the wayside and not respond to people. Everyone who takes the time and effort to fill out my contact form that appears on the inquiry list, no matter how big or small the job, no matter how far away it is, I always respond to them eventually. Sometimes it might take a couple of days, a week. Sometimes it's same day. Ideally, in quiet season, it's within the first 30 seconds of them getting in touch. It's like, right, I've had an email, new inquiry. Get the number, phone them. Let's get it sorted. Peak season, you try doing that peak season. I mean, now that I've got Kieran and Hugo, hopefully over the next couple of weeks or so, I'll be able to get back on top of the admin. We've already caught up. Kieran and Sophie have already helped me catch up. We're in a good spot now. We just need to knuckle down, set Hugo up for success. Really good training, really good safety inductions. If he passes his probation, which I'm sure he will, then I'll start investing in things like IPAF licenses, chemical courses, all that sort of stuff, because Kieran needs the same. I might as well send them together. And I want to start as we mean to go on and do things properly. Discord certified podcast Thursday, get involved. So anyone that's in the Discord, Alex and Matt host a podcast. They've got different topics. I thought we did it every 2 weeks. Third Thursday, isn't it, Matt? 2 a month. I got too involved last time and I almost took over, so I'll step back a little bit this time if I get around to joining. Did you sort the soft wash setup in the back of the van? Sorry if it was earlier. No, it's all right, Phil. Don't worry. Never apologise for asking questions. We love it. We absolutely love it. You're very welcome to come in and ask questions whenever you like. I'm going to do a video on it because people seem very excited about it for some reason. Why are people so excited about the soft washing setup? The final piece of the puzzle has arrived. It's these 3 non-return valves, because I was finding that the flow was going up into the pump from multiple different tanks, and then as soon as the pump's off and everything settles down, some of the tanks are getting fill up with water. Like if I've got neat hypo in one tank and I'm drawing hypo and water, when I turn the pump off, I don't want that water to go and mix in with the hypo tank, and I don't want the biocide to cross over and mix in with the hypo, or the hypo mix in with the biocide. And so we've got these non-return valves. Nothing. It will go that way, but it won't go that way. So it's a non-return valve, you see, and that's exactly what we need. It's very little effort, actually. Must be a flappy one. Must be a flappy gated one. Exactly what we need. It's 3/4 inch. That'll go lovely, that will. I've added 30 new questions and answers to the WhatsApp AI. Tintins has been experimenting with a WhatsApp / Meta's new AI for WhatsApp. AI responses. I don't know if it's new. It's new to us. New to him, potentially. And I had a conversation with it the other night. I said, hi, looking at getting a quote. I was like, yeah, what can we help you with? We do this, 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 and this. Oh, sorry, I thought you did roof cleaning. It's like, oh, we can do conservatory roof cleaning. It's like, nah, I was after standard house roof cleaning. It's like, oh yeah, apologies, we don't offer that. But I can point you in the direction of some other contractors in my area that offer it, which I thought was cool. And then I said, I'd actually like you to come. I was trying to confuse it. I said, I'd actually like you to come out and do a quote in person. Trying to confuse it, thinking it's AI, it can't come out. Is it going to try and quote me remotely? And it said, please hold on while I pass you on to one of our people. So it knew when it got a question that it weren't quite sure on, it was like, I'll hand you back over to the team and they can carry on from here. Will customers want to talk to an AI agent? Knowing it's AI, because you do know it's AI when you open the chat because it says it's AI. Does a customer want to talk to an AI agent? I probably wouldn't personally. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been quite a fun one today. Thank you, Mitch, for joining me. Sorry if I didn't keep up with the chat very well. It's always difficult with a guest. That was very last minute from Mitch as well. He didn't know he was coming on until literally 2 minutes before we started. So very cool of him. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. We're back on the videos now. I'm filming tomorrow and that'll be out Monday. I'll probably film Thursday or Wednesday. That'll be out the next Monday. We're getting back on our grind, people. Have a wonderful week.